Oh,
Tails?
They got tails. Tails.
Wow. Anyway, welcome back to Andertons TV.
Hola.
Pete and I are wearing matching navy blue Andertons tops today by mistake.
Because we feel like little sailors.
So thank you for joining us again.
Lee.
If you say so.
Before we go ahead, please like and subscribe. And you might win something.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Yeah. And of course, we're going to go through these pedals one at a time. So if you just want to know about one of the pedals further on in the video, look below because there are timestamps to help you find what you need. So, Walrus pedals, everybody's favourite seafaring mammal pedal company with enormous tusks.
Have you watched the film Tusk?
No. Have you seen the walrus called Thor?
No, I haven't.
A few inches later.
Anyway, right. Okay, so this is the Fundamental series from Walrus.
Good name.
I think, in fairness, JHS kind of first came up with this concept of taking their sort of slightly more boutique American range of pedals and doing like an affordable sub $100, £100 kind of range of pedals. And Walrus have entered the fray.
Yeah. Who else did it recently?
Catlin Bread.
Wampler.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't remember the Wampler series, but
they only did 2, didn't they? So now, anyway, whatever.
So Walrus have gone hard here with 8 different pedals. Fuzz, drive, distortion, chorus, phaser, tremolo, reverb, and delay. Essentially, these are all your fundamental pedals. I said essentially. That's someone else. Isn't that what someone...
Essentials.
Has someone got the essentials?
That's the Ibanez Guitars Essential range, isn't it?
I don't know. It's a skincare range, isn't it? Right. Let's start with the Fuzz. I have got some blurb here. I don't think I'm going to need the blurb, actually, because the nice thing about all these pedals is they're all really, really simple. What I did like about all of them, they're all kind of like non-latching soft switches. Oops.
Yeah.
They've
got sliders.
So they're all using the same chassis. So you've got 3 sliders and a 3-way switch on each one.
It's like a Sunday. It's like a Sunday full of sliders, like a Sunday afternoon in Essex somewhere, isn't it? They always sliders.
Oh, is that a type of shoe? I'm a bit. The delay when we get to it has additional parameters that can be controlled. Don't troll people, just control people.
Yeah, just be nice.
In fact, don't control people either.
No.
Which if you hold the button down, but we'll get to that last. So the Fuzz, 3 modes: gated, classic, and mid plus, with gain, tone, and volume.
So like three in a row. It's 3 pedals in.
I'm going to start in the gated mode with everything in the middle on the centre de tone.
Can we have the clean tone? Right. Okay. So you need a bit of. That's proper gate.
So I think
it sounds good, man.
Even with the gain up pretty much full, it's still very gated, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
So
running into the DP4s, by the way, just from Victory.
And you were right, by the way, on the gated mode, the volume is lower than. So here's classic.
Sounds good, man. I like it.
And mid plus, which is mid boosted version of that sound.
Oh yeah, that. I like it.
Oh, so
I like
do
it.
I.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
£95.
£95.
Yeah, in fact, these three are 95. So the Fuzz Drive and Distortion are 95. The other pedals are 125. So chorus, phaser, tremolo, reverb, and delay 125.
All right,
That's
all right.
English pounds, money, not weight. Otherwise, they'd be really, really heavy pedal boards. Drive. Okay, so let's have a little look on this. This is my drive circuit. This one has 3 modes again. Smooth, classic soft clipping silicon drive. Crunch, silicon soft clipping with added hard clipping silicon diodes and a slight low end boost. And bright, silicon soft and hard clipping, soft and hard clipping from the crunch mode with a pre-clipping low end cut.
There's a lot of clipping going on there.
There's
right?
a lot of clips, like a barber's.
Yeah.
Right.
I like hard and soft clipping at the same time. It's very mid-range here.
Do you think really this should have had the green writing on it?
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. That's very. What is that last one?
Bright. I really like it. I really like that. It's very, I like you say, it's proper mid hump in there.
Yeah.
Gives, you know, it's definitely a little bit Tube Screamer-esque. Okay, so that's that one. Distortione says dark mode is asymmetric silicon clipping with added high frequency cut. Think dark and dynamic. Psi mode, the middle one, is classic silicon hard clipping diodes. Things get compressed and crunchy. And LED is LED hard clipping diodes, a dynamic and crunchy sound. And note that the LED clipping mode will be louder due to the nature of the LEDs. So use your volume slider to compensate. Bosh. Start with dark. Just jump between the two, so do the difference.
It's brighter.
Just more fizzle at the top end, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to just lob this one in there. I don't think I've mentioned this in a video since we booked this. And I think this video will definitely be out in time. But we have Steve Vai coming to the UK on his only single UK appearance in 2023 for his Alien Guitar Secrets tour. Oh, excuse me.
What was that?
That's one of Oz's bionic legs. And the reason I'm asking is I got his rider through over the weekend, and he's very, very specific that he wants drive pedals, brackets, not distortion pedals in big writing. So Marshall heads and a drive pedal. Basically, he wants a tube screamer, but he's very, very like...
Give him a Dane, man.
He basically just
did say he wanted
any drive pedal, just not distortion. So it's interesting how different people.
But that's go a little bit higher, just as where you are now with the distortion. And go over to the other side
with the distortion in the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds.
Yes.
If you do.
I meant to say, by the way, there are tickets left for the Steve Vai show, and links are below. It's on May the 16th in 2023 in Guildford.
So if you're a ticket scalper, go for it.
We haven't tried LED mode yet. Can I just try
I
LED
was
mode?
just gonna grab a humbucker.
Oh, good idea. But let's try LED mode first.
Yeah. LED. That's nice.
Try it with a humbucker. What have you got? Good shout. No, that's a good guitar as well.
It is a great guitar.
Have you seen their new, what's the new shape from PJD?
No, you've got one in your office, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. That's what I said. Have you seen it?
No, because you haven't brought it over for me to see it. So.
What's it called? The York?
The York?
Yeah.
The Yorkshire pudding.
Really cool new shape.
And I like that colour it has.
Apologies.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's a good guitar, that.
I might try the Fuzz as well, just while you got the hum. Nice. There you are, little 10 seconds of what's the difference between fuzz drive and distortion.
Yeah,
that was
not very much.
Okay, so next one along is Chorus, everyone's favourite modulation pedal.
I'm going to stay on this guitar because I really like that. I haven't played this for a while.
We got light, medium and heavy modes, which I assume are just amounts of chorus, but let's just see.
Well, I would expect.
Light emulates a traditional analog chorus, medium adds multiple taps to further modulate a classic chorus, and heavy emulates a classic 80s effect, the LCR tri-chorus.
Can we have the clean tone first, please? That seasickness.
It's got a little, like a tinsy bit of that sort of flangey phasery kind of.
Flangey phasery. missing here?
What's it missing?
Missing a compressor.
You're right.
I was just gonna say, put the compressor on.
I really like that.
I'm over here.
I really like the fact that you can go from very subtle chorus effects to sort of quite over the top. Can you do one of those gospel chords that was the same chord as you, but it's got the little... I love those chords.
That's a good chord, isn't it?
It's a good chord.
That's a good chord.
Should we go phaser?
Yes.
Let me just see what's happening with our 3 modes of Fuzzar.
Yeah. Set phasers to stun.
Yes, if we're in light mode, we're a scaled back phaser that slightly modulates your signal.
Oh.
If we're in medium, emulates a classic warm analog phaser. And if we're in heavy, it's multi-voiced phaser with lots of experimental sounds.
Experimental stuff. I like that. Right. That was funny. Anyway, sorry, we lost it a little bit there
That's
before.
the first one yet that I'm hesitant to even try and change anything because I just like the sound as
you
it
like
is.
sound, okay.
Yeah. Okay, try medium.
Just, can we just try to go maximum and see what it does?
You want to go crazy?
Crazy and...
Inappropriate licks to play with the phaser pedal.
I like it, man. A phaser is a distinct thing that
funky.
people use.
I think it's funky.
Yeah. Oh, it's like 80s, isn't it? Like you get a bit of distortion on it.
Very like Surfing with the Alien was that kind of sound. Lots
Yeah.
of Van Halen stuff. Yeah. Sort of.
Sort of.
Anyway.
Hey, tremolo.
Tremolo. Okay, so 3 kinds of sine wave on the tremolo.
How do you say tremolo backwards? Olum.
Alumert.
Alumert.
Okay.
Brever.
So we have got a sine wave, a square wave, and a random wave.
Oh, random. I like random.
Okay.
Peas in the bowl, gentlemen.
Let's start off with the sine wave, which is the sort of smoothest of them.
They make good drum.
Square wave?
Square wave.
Today's gonna... What does random sine wave do?
Let's see what it does.
Let's have a little look.
You don't know yet when you got it.
So it's some of them are softer and some of them are choppier, aren't they?
It's like this stupid teenager. Just don't know. It's okay, I've got 2 teenage kids.
It's not the right... I think for me, the vibe of random would be chaotic, fuzz, stuff, big chords where you're not really sure what it's going to do.
Is it that
so
random?
it's not a random tempo, is it? The tempo is constant.
But that depends on where you set
how
your
soft
rate
or abrupt the tremolo is, I suppose.
Whether it's sharp sine waves or...
There we are. Not seen that done before, but okay.
I love the sliders, man.
So that's the tremolo. I said, just to say again, if you missed it the first time, all of the modulation and ambient pedals are £125.
125. Let's turn the reverb off here.
Okay. Hall reverb, spring reverb, and plate reverb. I think we all know what they are by now.
I mean, we know they make amazing reverbs, you know, from the slur and the slut raw and the...
So again, with the mix control here, you can make this everything from a super normal amp style reverb, where the reverb's fairly low in the mix, right through to, you know, crazy ambient tones. Good sounding fuzz.
Yeah, it's a good fuzz.
Okay, that was all. That was the Hall mode. Spring, springy, spring, spring. We've just started spring in this country.
We have.
There we are. Got that little bit of clang to it, isn't it? It's great. And then plate, which is more of a studio kind of reverb. Great sounding reverb pedal, great sounding reverb pedal. So, last one is the fundamental delay. We've gone back to using the reverb in the amplifier now so that we've got kind of like delay into reverb.
Reverb.
So this is the only one of the 8 pedals that has like a secondary function. So that's called tap mode. So in normal mode, if you like, or without the tap mode engaged, the 3-position switch goes between a digital, an analog, and a reverse delay. If we hold this down so that we're in tap mode, and you can kind of see the things, the pedal is now, this will just do tap tempo all the time. The other thing is if I hold it down as well, and I'm in tap mode, the 3-way switch now is switching between quarter notes, dotted eighths, and eighth notes as well. So I don't know what you want to do.
Yeah, just demonstrate that. So now you're in tap mode, then you go to here.
So you're hearing the...
It'll flash with the lights, and now it's be the dotted eighth. It sounds like a little duck.
Yeah.
And it'll keep the tempo when it goes back. That's good, that's clever.
So the other thing that I forgot to mention on the reverb and the, but it also applies on the delay mode, is that if I hold the button down as I power it up, you can toggle between whether you have trails on or trails off.
Now that you mention taking out that and plugging it back in, please say one thing that's that's the most, not frustrating, but I think they put top-mounted jacks in here. Why side-mounted?
Yes, you can see when we actually very first set this up, we had them all wedged up to each other and we got all excited and we plugged with the jacks and that's so neat. And then realized that actually we now couldn't plug the power cables in because the power cables are on the side. So I mean, fortunately, most of these kind of multi-power supply things come with one end of the power which is right-angled and the other end is straight. So as long as you've got one with a right-angled jack, you can at least get them fairly close. If we didn't have that and we only had straight leads, but it does seem to somewhat
But you might as well
negate...
have had these, because 2 of these little Ernie Ball things, if you put them together, it would have fitted in there. So anyway.
Yeah, so we're kind of feeling it's like top-mounted jacks, but what's the point if you put the power jack on the side?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Right.
Well, let's just hear this now, Mr. Pete. So we're going to start in digital mode with pretty much everything at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So digital delay, as you'd
Sounds
expect, each repeat is pretty accurate kind of echo of the original note, just gets quieter. In analog mode, we should hear each repeat kind of degrade slightly, but in a nice, warm, pleasing way.
Maybe with some modulation, let's see.
Ah, definitely my favourite.
Absolutely. And can I just also to say, if you go into tap mode here, it stays in the analog mode and changes only those. So if you are saying, oh, it doesn't sound any different, you have to go back.
Yeah, remember, don't be in tap mode.
Exactly, don't be in tap mode. So that sounds good.
That's really good.
I like that. I think that sounds good.
I kind of want to see what's the longest delay that you can get.
600, 300, not
more,
so long.
I was going to say just under a second, I reckon.
Is it?
It's like kind of pretty. There's the trails working. Pretty kind of typical of the sort of the Boss type DD3 kind of delays.
Wow.
So long enough for most styles of music, maybe not long enough for sort of more crazy ambient stuff.
No, I'm not on time today, so that's why.
Right, analog. Let's go reverse. Let's just see what reverse
that.
does.
Let's reverse that. It's got a slight compression to it as well, which I really like. I like that. It's good.
You can have some fun with the reverse mode, see if you can create some interesting soundscapes using that.
Reverse is always fun.
A few minutes later.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. There's nothing else to tell you. This is a great range of pedals, great price point.
Yeah.
I mean, they say take you from your first gig to your first world tour, I think, in the blurb. I guess it's
You
fairly,
can do.
It's,
I mean,
it's
and
pretty
they're
fair,
great.
yeah.
I love the sliders, I love the colors, I love the
Yeah.
top mounted jacks, but the side mounted power.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it all, man.
Me
I love
too.
It all. Yeah.
Really
Apart
good.
from these could go up here. If it was, but hey, you can't have it all when you are.
What's that song? You can't have it all. Isn't that Johnny Cash's Hurt?
Is it?
You can't have it all.
The
Can't
Ring of
have it
Fire?
all? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, do you want to just turn them all on and see what crazy sounds come
Yeah,
out?
let's do it.
Okay, fine.
See you later. Like and subscribe.